Hello, today I'm going to say a few words about the youngest group in Teddy Eddy method, Mini. The group is for 2 and 3-year-olds, so one group may contain 2 and 3 age students. We suggest to pay attention to the date of birth. Students must be at least 2 years old. It's important not to place children whose age gap is wider than 12 months. The main features of the group are: students have the lessons once a week, which lasts 35 minutes. The group numbers 8 students. In the student set, you may find the student's book, which is composed of the parent's guide, which is at the beginning of the book, and the student's book. The parent's guide might be included in the student's book or might be separated. Both options are correct. You can also find a CD, which is a very important component during Teddy Eddy course, and the teacher's role is to emphasize it to parents. Lessons once a week may be not enough to practice students' listening skills. That's why playing the recordings at home, in a car, or during the play is needful. Our students get the access to Eddy's playground. The last two components are diploma and a badge. They appear during the last lesson of the course, and we need to take them out from the student set before the course starts. The teacher used the box, which contains starter and refill. Refill includes flashcards. These flashcards, the teacher's file, and the student set. A very useful tool is a hula hoop. It helps you with group management, to make a circle, to walk around the classroom and point at the correct flashcard. Mini is quite demanding, so we recommend to give the group to more experienced teachers. Sometimes children wear diapers and are not fluent in their mother tongue, so do not feel discouraged if your group goes through the silent period for the whole year. It is natural. Their first success is recognizing the words and following some instructions. It takes time to start producing the language. So you need to explain these points to the parents so that you and parents appreciate shifts. Okay, with the group, and we are ready to prepare for the first lesson. The main goals during the first lessons are: the first goal is to know your students and their parents. So they need to feel safe, both parents and the students. Parents need to know that their children are in good hands, while the students meet the new environment for the first time. They may not attend the nursery, and it may be their first time when they meet new peers. Prepare their labels to write their names and stick on their t-shirts. They may not survive the whole lesson, however, more time to learn their names. You stick the labels before they enter the classroom. It is possible that students will tell you their names, so it's absolutely normal to ask their parents. Prepare the lesson plan and all the useful aids. Do not start the lesson without the lesson plan ever. All flashcards which you're going to use during the lesson should be at hand. Looking for flashcards may affect students' attention. Sometimes 2-3 seconds are enough to lose their interest. Before the first lesson, you can leave the classroom and introduce yourself to the parents. I recommend to do it at the corridor, if it's possible, of course, as it is easier to encourage your students to enter the classroom without their parents. If you invite the parents to the classroom, it is really risky that their kids won't then leave. So what about the parents' presence during the lessons? Our goal is to teach without parents. However, children at the age of 2 feel the strong need of parents' presence. It is extremely important to stress it to the parents before the course starts, that we're gonna ask them at some point to leave the classroom and stay outside if a child wants to just check if his or her mommy or daddy is waiting outside. If your parents are in the classroom, use them. It is important to say what you expect from them during the lesson. For example, sit with their child if it's necessary, and if the student doesn't want to participate during activities, you should create a contract with them, not only to carry out the lesson, but to form a safety environment for your learners, for their parents, and for yourself. Okay, now let's look at the lesson plan. So you've already introduced yourself, informed the parents about 2-minute speech at the end of the lesson. You stuck the labels with names. So it's time to form their first circle. It may be the first time when a hula hoop appears. During this time, you introduce yourself to your students, say hello to them, and very briefly, you explain what we will do during the course. Everything in their mother tongue, of course. So basically, you're gonna say a few words about singing songs, playing games, listening to the stories. You can ask them about their favorite toys. Be prepared that they might not answer, but it's okay, so don't get discouraged. Now it's time to present the box. Now it's a part when English starts to appear. It's kind of mixture of L1 and L2. Now I'm going to present you the way as I'm introducing the box. Teddy, the first Eddie says, when I lower my voice, it means that this is the part when I'm speaking in students' mother tongue. Okay, we've got a box. We form a circle with the students. The box is in the middle of the circle, and I'm asking my students, what is it? What is it? They can answer, and they may stay silent. Okay, fantastic. It's a box. Now, what color is the box? What color is the box? Look, it's red, white, and blue. Yes. Now, who is there? Who sleeps in the box? Fantastic. It's Teddy Eddie. They can know it's Teddy Eddie because they've got a hat of the teddy bear on their files. And of course, the name of the course is Teddy Eddie. Okay, we're going to wake him up. Okay, so let's start knocking. Knock, 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 knock. Help me, please. Knock, 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 knock. Very good. Okay, now let's open the box. Now, what's this? What's this? It's a sock. Can you repeat? It's a sock. Well done. Bravo. What is the stinky sock? Can you smell it? Is it stinky? Smell. Okay, but look, there is someone in the sock. Can you touch? Touch. What's inside? It's Teddy Eddie. We have to wake him up. Okay? Teddy Eddie, wake up. Nothing. Can you help me? Teddy Eddie, wake up. Okay, they may won't help you, but if they're gonna look just inside the sock, it will be great. Okay, so we're gonna take out Eddie. Hello, Eddie is here. Eddie is really excited to see all these new students. Eddie can say hello to everyone. and it's also a good way to practice your students' names. Okay, now it's time to introduce the new hello song. Okay, now we're gonna learn the hello song. Yes, now can you show me your magic fingers? Show me your magic fingers. Fantastic. Okay, now follow me. This is Eddie, this is me. One more time. This is Eddie, this is me. Hello Eddie, can you say hello? Hello Eddie, hello me. You can do it twice, and then you can choose a wall. It's good to choose a wall without furniture and always use the same wall. You can ask your students first in mother tongue, can they stick to the wall? Point at the wall and stick with them. Okay, if your students are stuck, you can play the recording. Okay, can have a look.
Mountains, fingers up. I want to hear you. Okay. Okay. Ready? This is Eddie. This is me. Hello, Eddie. Hello, me. Beautiful, Eddie. Say hello to Hanya.
Okay, now it's time for the first commands. Eddie says 1. Teddy Eddie is the best tool to model the commands. So the first 3 are stand up, sit down, jump, jump, jump. Okay, Eddie has got the new game for us. Okay, look at Eddie. Stand up, sit down, jump, jump, jump. Can we play with him? Of course we can. Come on, let's do it together. And now we encourage our students to follow Eddie's commands, okay? Then we introduce flash set 1. The first 3 flashcards. Each sentence is repeated thrice. You may change your students' arrangements and encourage them to sit in a circle with the use of a hula hoop. So we take a hula hoop and we ask them to catch it and form a beautiful circle and sit down, okay? The first 3 flashcards, the first 3 flashcards goes like this. It's the sun, it's the sun, it's the sun. It's a sock, it's a sock, it's a sock. And the last one, it's a flower, it's a flower, it's a flower. We use the recordings and our students follow the flashcards. Then it's time when we can stick the flashcards to the walls. We encourage students to form a circle. We take a hula hoop and we walk from one card to another one by repeating the cards. You can encourage your students to form a choo-choo train. However, not every child will be able or ready to form a train. Take a look what it looks like in practice.
Make a circle. Make a circle. Yes, you do. Susha. Now look, look, look. Look, look, look. Let's go to the bathroom. Walk, walk, walk. Walk, walk, walk. Walk, walk, walk to the bathroom. Bathroom. Yes, find the bathroom. Good job. Now take a look. Oh, where is the kitchen? Kitchen, kitchen. Walk to the kitchen. Walk to the kitchen. Walk to the kitchen. Walk to the kitchen. Yes, good job. Excellent. Now look, look, look. Where is the bedroom? Here. Let's hop, hop, hop to the bedroom. Now take a look. Where is the kitchen? There. There. Now let's go. Walk to the kitchen. Walk to the kitchen. Excellent. Well done.
Okay, plan B. If there is some time left, do not introduce new material. Consolidate the commands and flash set 1. You may use the games, for example, What is Missing, or the hula hoop game, which are described in Teddy Eddy mini game corner. The last routine, the last stage is bye-bye. So the same, we use our Teddy Eddy to modulate the rhyme. Oh, look, Eddie is tired. Ah, I'm tired too. Okay, it's time to say bye-bye. Okay, now prepare your magic fingers. Show me your magic fingers. Fantastic, well done. Okay, and let's do it first time as a dry run. Tired Eddie. Oh, tired me. Bye-bye Eddie. Bye-bye me. Okay, you can do a dry run twice, and then you can use the recording. Of course, you can use the same wall for singing the bye-bye song, and Eddie goes to sleep. Okay, Eddie can say bye-bye to everyone, and you put with the help of your small learners, Eddie into the sock. Okay, so it's time to distribute the stamps, or you may prepare some stickers for your students. Be aware of the students who don't like the stamps. So for the first time, the stickers may be more suitable. Then it's time for 2-minute speech. If the parents were present during the lesson, inform them of those tiny students' achievements, such as taking part during the activity. If not, describe in detail what has been happening during the lesson. Encourage to play the CD, and it's good to discuss technical details such as the policy for changing shoes, what the children bring to the classroom, books with name on it, and what stays outside, for example, toys. Introduction of the playground you may leave for the next. Okay, the second lesson may look very similar. First, we distribute the stickers with names to our students. We invite them to the classroom. If it's possible, parents stay outside at the corridor and support the children when there is a need. Form the student in a tutor train and ask them to prepare their signed books. They are entering the classroom and giving the books to the teacher. This is a moment when you introduce a rule of students' arrangements. You may ask them to sit in a circle or in a line. You choose the arrangement. Have a look, you will see an example.
Hello, Lenko. Thank you for your book. Come on in and sit down in a circle. Don't worry. Okay? Come on in. Okay, go on in, Hania. Hello, Szymusiu. Give me your book.
Then you open the box with your students. They already know who is sleeping in the box. However, it's good to consolidate some extra phrases.
You stop looking. Okay, so let's open the box. Teddy Eddie. He is sleeping. He is sleeping. What's this? Everyone, what's this? Sock. It's a sock. What color is the sock? It's it's green and
Blue.
and oh, beautiful. Who is in the sock? Teddy Eddie. What's he doing? What's he doing? He is sleeping. He is sleeping. I was sleeping, but we have to wake him up. So let's say, Eddie, wake up. Everyone. Teddy Eddie, wake up. Oh, nothing. We have to speak louder. Teddy Eddie, wake up. He's here. Now everyone, stand in a line.
The lesson plan for the second lesson is very similar to the first one. It's very likely that they do not remember the materials from the previous lesson. Actually, the first 15 or more lessons look like introducing the new educational context, and the production hasn't appeared yet. So we've got a hello routine, then we revise the commands from EDISAS 1 and revise the flashcards, the first set of flashcards from Unit 1. It's time for introduction of the new commands, EDISAS 2. The same as you did last time, you use the TeddyEdi to modulate these commands and then encourage your students to follow. Then you introduce set 2 from Unit 1 and, of course, prepare Plan B. Remember, this group, it's not a good time to make impulsive decisions. So always have Plan B. It's good to consolidate all of these activities that you've done during the lesson. Then it's time for a bye-bye routine. We distributed the stamps, so the stickers, and 2 minutes speech is the end of the lesson. Now, you may feel stressed and overwhelmed now. I know these feelings. I felt the same before my first lesson with mini group. I perceived teaching 2- and 3-year-olds as the challenge. It was a demanding group. However, I learned a lot. It had great impact on my teaching skills. So I will keep my fingers crossed, and remember, if you need help, you may contact us. Thank you for your attention and good luck.